She gonna set off the bomb?
Come on, you son of a bitch!
This family is so fucked in so many different ways. It's like it's just crazy. Norman is probably gonna kill Caleb now. Jesus Christ, this jealousy. They've been through so much together, man. They're like they're family, dude, and it's like.
Are you ready?
What's going on, guys? What's happening? I love it. I love it. I love it, man. This has been one of the greatest journeys that I've been on. And, you know, I've been on some very incredible journeys since I've started this channel and watching shows. You know what I mean? And this has definitely been one of them that I don't regret diving into, because it causes so much discussion. I can't even quantify how much I feel just sitting down here and watching the show, just taking it in of these regular human beings back in the 60s and what they were, you know, what they dealt with, which is, you know, in some ways very similar to a lot of stuff that we still deal with today, and in some ways how society has changed, you know, for the better and for the worst. So it's, you know what I'm saying, it's a good contrast to have in some ways, you know. So yeah, I will keep giving my opinions. However you guys feel about it, you're gonna let me know anyways. But without no further ado, if you guys want to see more episodes of Mad Men, if you want to watch ahead, if you want to see more episodes, if you want to have early access, that is available over on Patreon. Make sure you go check it out. If it's even to support the channel, you know, and enjoy yourself while doing so, that is okay as well. Thank you, Sal. What the hell did I just... Let's get to the reaction, and I will see you guys right after for the review.
You haven't okayed the brief.
I liked your idea. I liked it a lot.
The mirror one or the cleansing one?
So we're talking about girls 18 to 25. Can I grab a few from around here?
Yeah, help yourself.
See, I would never buy a sailboat. I don't know. Why don't you ask Don about that? I have to go to the little boy's room.
I'm sorry, Lee. Can you go through that one more time?
So what's so bad he couldn't tell me?
Cal Rutledge from Cheeseboro Ponds has a wild hair about Clearasil. He thinks they're in conflict.
Pimple cream and cold cream? A rather broad definition.
Can't be out for debate. Clearasil is worth $1.25 million in billings, and Pond's over $2.
No. You know what it took to get my father-in-law to join this new firm to begin with? Roger, I don't expect him to understand this, but do you have any idea of what I've had to do to keep that account? The personal toll I've paid?
I do. But you've been good to him. Remember that. Sales-wise. Protect the agency. You're a partner now.
This evening, if you can.
Who is that?
A dear friend.
Is that the letter from California?
Yes.
Damn, treating her so cold, bruh.
You're 15 minutes early.
Yeah, so are you. Sit down.
I hope you know I've always done my best to make you happy.
I do.
Tom, this is very hard for me to say. I honestly don't know how you're going to take this, and it's been very hard to separate our business relationship from the rest of our life, but they should be separate.
I heard.
You know.
You crazy kid. He was with Trudy at the doctor. Congratulations.
Ooh,
What?
Trudy's pregnant.
Oh, shit.
He doesn't know yet.
Mary and Joseph.
may be her news, but it is good news. You can't tell her that I told you. You can't.
Yeah, but what was he gonna tell you?
I'm going to be a father.
If it's a boy, it's $1,000. A girl, $500.
I'll do what I can do.
You really can't tell Trudy. What did you think I was talking about?
What?
Why did you have to see me?
I just wanted to,
Don't lie.
We're putting new creative on Clearsome.
Oh, fine. Who cares? I only had the one, and I love her to death. But I wish we had had more. Jeannie had her uterus removed. Some kind of a cyst or something.
Why are you bringing that up now?
Trudy!
What did the doctor say?
They said I was going to have a baby.
I want to pick you up and spin you around, but I don't want to damage anything in there. I had to talk to him because the agency has to drop Clearsome.
Why?
There's another product that's similar, and we can't,
A conflict. Peter, I'm familiar with the term. You use it all the time.
And the funny thing is, that was the moment to tell him. I was so bowled over. He did it.
Why don't you let my father hear this from me? He's already so guilty, he'll never feel the knife go in.
You guys remembered when they first was what they were trying, and then Pete was super insensitive about the situation, and I was like, there's nothing. It's, you know, there's always adoptions. Like, people always say, well, there's always adoption. There's nothing. It's not the same. And I thought about it like it's not the same. You see the difference in his response to being a father, something that comes from his loins. You see the difference in his reaction compared to when they were considering adoption. Do you see the difference in his reaction? And that's what I'm trying to say. That it doesn't mean that he was right to react the way that he did, but you see the difference, man. And sometimes responses like this, there's no explanation for it. It's just how it is.
I'm the one who talked him into returning to the agency to begin with.
We needed him.
And now you don't. He'll be fine. Tomorrow night.
As I said, my name is Faye. I don't have a name tag. Guess they forgot about me. There's no reason to be anxious. We have to enjoy the fact that we're all getting paid not to work for a little bit.
I'd like you to think that this is just a bunch of your friends. As if maybe this is a sorority or a bridal shower, a tea, or just a bunch of us celebrating, say, Allison's birthday in my apartment.
You got caught.
You shouldn't be surprised. Looking around the room.
I'm telling you, man. I feel. There's this weird, bruh. I'm rooting for it. I'm shipping Don and Peggy. They have to end up at some point in the series. They're teasing this so hard, bro. I could be wrong. Don't get me wrong. You know what I'm saying? I could be wrong, but I could be right as well.
What are the things we all do to keep ourselves beautiful? Or simply to enhance it? I have a routine. I brush my hair 100 times, just like I did when I was a little girl. But of course, only the night before I have it set.
I'd like it Danish.
I don't use Pond's if that's what you're asking.
That's okay.
I'm of French extraction, and my mother has beautiful skin. She never washes her face.
You do what she does? What does she do?
She stands at the sink, and she runs the water until it's just the perfect temperature, not too hot. And she splashes it on her face, and she pats her cheeks with her fingertips.
She's amazing.
I sit at my vanity, and I have this night cream. My boyfriend laughed at me.
You shouldn't do things for them. They don't appreciate it.
You don't think they appreciate you being beautiful?
We broke up a year ago. Actually, I don't know what he noticed, but it wasn't me.
Oh yeah, I forgot that Allison was in here. Don gets uncomfortable.
Did you speak with Tom?
I'm sorry, it didn't happen. The opportunity passed.
Well, then we shall endeavor to recreate it. Perhaps lunch today?
I have a lunch, but I'm seeing him tonight. Damn it.
Does he stare at other girls?
Jesus Christ, when did it turn into a pity party? What the
No,
heck?
men do that, but does he look at me that way?
You know what's funny about this entire thing is because I see this happen so many times. I witnessed this happen so many times where you will have, all right, I'll be in my house and like my girl, my mom, my sister, and stuff like that. They'll be having conversations, her Bob, whatever the situation. Everything would be going perfectly normal, and I'm in here probably like recording or or whatever it is, in my office editing, whatever the situation is. And I will go back out there, mind you, probably an hour, 2 hours later, to go probably get something to eat or whatever the situation is. And there'll just be tears. And I'm like, what happened? You know what I'm saying? It's so weird to me. I'm not saying this happens all the time, but it does happen. It's just weird to me. Just like they cut up. It's just that, I don't know. It seems like men can just, if they're enjoying themselves, if they're having fun, they can stay on point. You know what I'm saying? And just enjoy themselves. For some reason, women just always end up in these, when you're having conversations with them, it seems like they always go towards something that's emotionally just devastating. You know what I'm saying? And it could be a good thing too. It could be a good thing that they're talking about, and there'll still be tears. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy to me. It just shows you how different we are as male and female, man. It just shows how we're just wired differently. I'm not saying that men don't sometimes go down that road as well, as in, yeah, you are with your buddies where you're just talking about stuff, and one of your guy friends or whatever, one of your friends just start, tears, happen. You know what I'm saying? Because it does happen. So I'm not saying that men are void of feelings or anything. I just noticed that it happens more with women than it would happen with men.
How the hell did this get so sad so fast?
Exactly.
Everyone here.
Exactly what I just said.
Anything to do with how you look, Lottie.
It matters what he sees. I feel like I gave him everything, and I got nothing.
Sarah.
What do you do that makes you feel good about the way you look?
I feel kind of responsible. Do you mind?
I think my strategy was right. They just want to get married, and they'll buy anything that'll help.
I was in a bunch when I first started working here. I'd say half the time somebody cries.
Really?
I think it just feels good to talk.
I can't even say anything because I know he's right out there, right through the glass. The way he turns on the charm 1 minute and then yanks it away. I couldn't even talk to him.
Dawn.
Would you stop it? I realized you must have gone through everything I've gone through, and they get away with murder because they forget everything.
I don't know what you think.
Forget it.
And honestly, you should get over it.
Please leave me alone.
Damn. Becky. Damn. A little empathy?
Is she okay?
Who? Yes, she's fine.
All right.
Let's talk preliminary results.
Can I come in?
It's your office.
Glad to see you're feeling better. If you don't feel like working... What?
I'm very embarrassed. This actually happened.
I know. I know.
and it's better for both of us if I move on.
I don't think that's necessary. We're both adults.
No, I really would feel better about it. I would appreciate it if you could write me a recommendation.
Absolutely. What would probably be even better is if you type up whatever you want and I'll sign it.
You insensitive jerk!
Not a good person.
Allison, hold on.
The cringe.
I'm gonna need a new secretary. And this cleaned up.
Would you be open to Allison returning in a couple of days?
If that's what she wants.
Oh God. Oh my God. Tell you, man, it's just Dot is just a horrible person, man. So insensitive. Why are you doing that, Peggy?
You gave us Clearasil, and we're extremely grateful. But there's only so much business it's going to do.
Yeah, well, that's kind of in your hands, isn't it?
I'm done auditioning. The idea was, if we do well by this account, you'll give us a shot at the big one. Because right now, I have bigger business than Clearasil.
Are you mad at me?
I'm trying to build a business here.
Well, what do you want? You want the cough syrup?
I want all of it. I want the Formula 44 mixture, the cough drops, the inhaler, vapor rub. Who's doing a better job for you than I have?
Oh, well, damn.
You've given me something to think about.
Not really.
Really?
Seriously, you have all of that under the company that you have. This guy is making you, sales-wise, getting you more profit based on their advertising for Clearasil. That shouldn't even be a question. Like, if you know what I'm saying, to give him the rest of the business. I mean, I wouldn't give him all of it off bat, but it still shouldn't be a hard decision to give Pete that. So Pete is trying to, you know, save, and it's just like, bruh, if you don't want to give it as, I have something on deck right now that is bigger than you, so I'll drop you gladly. Big time. I respect it. I respect it. You know what I'm saying? I respect it.
Nice to see you, Miss Blankenship.
I look forward to hearing that every day. Roger, he's here.
Could you get the others?
Hello? Could you fetch Campbell and Price line,
This is going to be fun.
What'd you do to make them take her out of mothballs? She was working in Cooper's apartment.
Morning.
I'd like to say in front of this informal partners meeting that I'm in the midst of signing Vicks Chemical, the entire cough line. Bills at around $6 million, and they love television.
It's truly spectacular news.
I turned chicken shit into chicken salad. I thought I'd kick Clearasil over to Geyer.
Congratulations.
Yes. $6 million account should shut laying up for a while.
No, I mean about the baby.
Yes. Guess that's news.
I just wanted to let you know how happy I am for you. Both.
Peggy regrets a lot of things, man. She does. It's an awkward thing, right?
What do you want?
Nothing. I moved the meeting.
Oh, your secretary said you needed to see me immediately. Done everything but finished the report.
How'd we do?
Well, it turns out the hypothesis was rejected. I'd recommend a strategy that links Pond's cold cream to matrimony. A veiled promise.
I'm not going to do that. So, what are we going to tell the client?
I can't change the truth.
How do you know that's the truth? A new idea is something they don't know yet, so of course it's not going to come up as an option.
Well, I tried everything. I said routine, I tried ritual. All they care about is a husband. You were there, I'll show you the transcripts.
You can't tell how people are going to behave based on how they have behaved. So you go in there and you stick your finger in people's brains, and they just start talking, blah, 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 just to be heard. And you know what? Not only does it have nothing to do with what I do, but it's nobody's business.
What are you talking about,
The
Doc?
client.
Pete, you remember Phil Kochmeyer?
Pleasure to see you again.
Shall we?
We're just waiting on Don.
These two is another situation again. Now this has got me thinking. Now this has got me thinking that maybe, just maybe, I mean, it's obvious that Peggy still has feelings for Pete. And I think, as you know, as I was saying earlier in the episode, it's like Peggy, she does have a lot of regrets. And a lot of the choices that she makes is based on those regrets. You know what I'm saying? She really wants Trudy's life. She wants that for herself. But because she's chosen to do this, you know, career and all of that other stuff, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's just that she wanted that life, the Trudy life. That's what she wanted. Whether it's with Pete or somebody else, it's what she really wants deep down. And, you know, fighting against that and doing other things, you know what I'm saying? She really liked Pete, and Pete chose Trudy. And the thing about it is this, right? I'm happy that Peggy moved forward with her life because she wasn't chosen. You get what I'm saying? Because she didn't want to be a side piece. You know what I'm saying? She didn't want to be a side piece. And also, even though she, you know, in a way she didn't care. At first she didn't care. Put it like that. She didn't care at first. Let's just be honest about it. She didn't care. She was all up in Pete's armpits. You know what I'm saying? Until, you know, he really just, he broke her heart because she didn't care about how it made him look. She didn't care because she liked him. She wanted to be with him. And because, you know, Pete didn't like the fact that, you know, that night when she was, you know, dancing with other dudes and stuff like that, and he was kind of sulking in the corner, and he kind of disrespected her, and, you know what I'm saying, treated her a certain way, said some things, and, you know, she ended up, you know, not feeling too good about that experience. And from then, you know, I think they slept together again after that, right? I believe. I mean, now she's hearing that Trudy is pregnant. You know what I'm saying? You know, that wasn't really coming from a sincere place. Like, she was sincerely happy for them. You know, I think she was just saying that out of formality. But that's just me saying that. I don't know for sure. But it felt like she was just saying that out of formality. You know, the whole situation that went on with Don and Allison, that was was brutal. That was so cringe. You know what I'm saying? That was so cringe. That had me like, you know, it was so cringe, dude. I didn't even know what to say in that moment because it was just like, what do you expect them to do in that situation, right? What do you expect them to do in that situation? Allison was really got in her feelings. She really liked Don, and she was being rejected. And Don is saying the correct thing in a way, but it was very insensitive of, you know, of her feelings and stuff like that. Is I don't think you should. It's like write whatever you want and I'll sign it. And it's the disassociation that makes it so cringe, because it's just like, bruh, you just write it for her. Just write it for her, man. You can't tell her to just write whatever you want, because it just comes off as you like kind of curing your guilty conscience. So it's like, do it for her because she's asking you to do it. You know what I'm saying? And that's why she threw the thing at him, because it's like, man, you don't give a shit about me, man. You know what I'm saying? So, man, that was just horrible to watch. So cringe. But I'm happy for Pete, nonetheless, even though, you know what I'm saying, he's cheated on his wife more than once. Not that Trudy knows. Trudy kind of got a hint of it earlier. I think it was in season 2. She got a kind of a hint of what was going, that, like, you know, that Pete had probably cheated on her. But you know, we don't see him doing a lot of philandering. Still don't agree with the whole cheating thing. We haven't seen Betty. I don't even think we saw Betty last episode. I think we did. I'm not sure, but we haven't seen Betty in a while, actually. We didn't see her at all this episode. They concentrated more on what's going on at the office, them trying to get, you know, all these things. And, you know, Pete kind of uses his father-in-law's guilt against him to get the rest of the products and stuff like that. Because it's a big company this guy has, man. I didn't even realize. I thought, you know, I didn't even, like, think about it that this guy might have a slew of pharmaceutical pills, and you know, once you in that business, you making a ton of money. Medicine and, you know, stuff like that is good business to be in, because that stuff just never go it don't go away. You know what I'm saying? So if you're in the business of selling pharmaceuticals, pills, stuff to, you know, skincare, stuff like that, like, unless your product is like bad or killing people or something like that, you can make a shit ton of money off of that stuff, you know. Crazy amount of money. But yeah, this was a beautiful episode, man. Loved it, top to bottom. It's a great episode, great structured. I wonder if Pete is gonna try to get Pepsi. You know what I'm saying? I wonder if he's gonna try to get Pepsi from under Cosgrove, or is Cosgrove really, is he trying to angle to get a job, you know, with the big boys over here? Well, we're not that big yet, but again, but you know, but it is what it is. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, as always, man. Mad Men season 4 going strong so far, loving it. Leave a like, leave a comment. Catch you guys for the next one, man. Peace.